France's president just fact-checked Trump in real time. Trump claimed again that ISIS prisoners being held in Syria are mostly from Europe. This assertion has been repeatedly contradicted by Trump's own officials.
Here's a summary of the article.
Trump claimed again that ISIS prisoners being held in Syria are mostly from Europe. This assertion has been repeatedly contradicted by Trump's own officials. 9 hours 19 minutes ago. 3 things Trump and Macron clashed over during their tense news conference. French President Emmanuel Macron and President Trump just had a tense news conference at the NATO summit in London. On ISIS, Macron corrected Trump about the number of ISIS fighters with European backgrounds after Trump asked if France was willing to take back French terrorists captured in Syria and Iraq. Let's be serious, the very large numbers of fighters you have on the ground are the fighters coming from Syria, from Iraq and the region, Macron said. Trump praises bystanders who fought off London Bridge attacker. The way they stepped up was incredible. President Trump praised the bystanders who fought off the attacker who killed 2 people on the London Bridge last week. Macron just corrected Trump on his comments about French ISIS fighters. French President Emmanuel Macron pushed back after President Trump asked if France was willing to take back French terrorists who have been captured in Syria and other regions. Trump, NATO countries not paying their way will be dealt with. From CNN's Ali Malloy, President Trump, when asked about NATO spending, said countries that aren't investing enough in defense will be dealt with. Trump, NATO members stepped up financial contributions at my behest. President Trump claimed that NATO countries are contributing more financially because of him. What I'm liking about NATO is that a lot of countries have stepped up.
This post received a score of 27,112, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I'm surprised some people believe anything he says. People believe him because they want to, not because what he says makes any sense.
Which is something I'll never understand. I understand the want. I do not understand actually being dumb enough to actually act on it. Sucks living in reality.
Pretty much anything related to ego or lack of intelligence. I personally have a friend who likes Trump because he is apparently a good businessman and is doing good things for America. When I question specifics, he can't give a good answer because the truth is that my friend only likes him because my friend thinks liberal ideas are weak, and Trump is a good fuck you to liberals. Edit, from the UK. So I wouldn't call him a Trump supporter, just someone who likes him, and we rarely talk about American politics, but it's hard to ignore because of how much Trump's goddamn name is in the media. The only common idea that unites his supporters is a desire to fuck somebody over: liberals, gays, minorities, Jews, Muslims, the government, the entire country, whoever. Any so-called principles that Republicans held are out the window now. They may disagree on who they want to fuck over, and some even know that they're fucking themselves over, but to them, it's worth it.
You forgot the anti-abortion rights people. They tend to be single-issue voters. BCZ. They believe embryos have more rights than women and children. They are among the most tenacious busybodies voting Republican.
Half of my dad's ignorantly religious family right there. We want to help the poor, the oppressed, feed hungry children, send more people to college, etc., but the fetuses.
Makes you wish for the availability of retroactive abortions,
Greater than fact-checked Trump in real time. I wish that was the norm, from everyone having to deal with Trump.
Nobody's got the time to correct damn near everything he says. He likes to hear himself talk, even if it's non-coherent ramblings.
It's why he eliminated press briefings, to avoid constant fact-checking.
Since when does shouting over 90 decibels worth of whirling helicopter blades not count as a press briefing?
Lol, that's the only time the media can catch him is as he gets into a helicopter. Reminds me of a drug lord like Escobar.
Was this before or after Trump called Macron nasty and talked about their unemployment and failed economy and threatened them with billions in tariffs? Before or after lying about not knowing Prince Andrew? Before or after not getting involved in the UK election whilst endorsing Boris? Before or after he said, "We don't want the NHS"? I don't know where these rumours started, despite him being on camera multiple times talking about how the UK must open up the NHS to the US. He's only been here for 5 fucking minutes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.